I'm back again with my baby sister. Uhlekayo, angazi uhlekani lapha ekhoneni. Like into ekhikisayo. Mina sengiqalile ne. I'm not going back.
Hi guys, my name is Nkazimulo. I'm Slindo's sister, baby sister.
Something happened, technical issues happened, but we're here again by the grace of God. Hopefully the chemistry is still the same. Hopefully sizohleka la besihleka khona, or we can just angazi, I don't know how to feel. But
I'm happy that had technical difficulties. My
Why?
eyebrows, I was just so
yeah, no, Shama, you were going through so much.
My trauma from that came by proximity because I was around. My trauma is definitely proximity and the residue that I had to deal with because I was my mom's last born. So I'm sure now I should say straight. Don't get me wrong, guys.
Even now, after 3 years. Yeah, no.
Don't get me wrong. Relationship heartbreak, I think that's a whole podcast on its own.
Hi guys, welcome back to Waiting for All Things Beautiful, inspired by the meaning of my full name, Celinda Guhle. Today, I'm back again with my baby sister. Uhlekayo, angazi uhlekani lapha ekhoneni. Like into ekhikisayo. Mina sengiqalile ne. I'm not going back. We're keeping it rolling in any case.
Okay.
Welcome, Nkazimulo. Please introduce yourself, girl.
Hi guys, my name is Nkazimulo. I'm Slindo's sister, baby sister. But I am Slindo's sister. Yeah.
All right. So we actually had recorded a podcast before, and something happened, technical issues happened, but we're here again by the grace of God. Hopefully the chemistry is still the same. Hopefully sizohleka la besihleka khona, or we can just angazi, I don't know how to feel. But
I'm happy that had technical difficulties.
Why?
My eyebrows, I was just so
yeah, no, Shama, you were going through so much,
guys.
But I'm still going to play it. I'm still going to podcast it or publish it, whatever. Okay. Anyway, for the sake of time, today me and my sister are going to talk about, or rather my sister and I are going to talk about certain things that are pertaining to our background and just, humble beginnings. I think the first time we did this, I mentioned to her that the reason why I'm doing this, the reason why she's here today is because I want people her age and people my age and in between or even over and above to understand that, you can look at a person and think they've had it easy. You can look at a person and be deceived by maybe looks or how well put they may look. But, deep within, there are certain things that make a person. And so today I just want to really encourage maybe someone her age, someone younger, someone my age, that in whatever circumstance you've found yourself in, or whatever background you found yourself in, we have somehow made it through. I don't think we've had it worse, but we haven't had it like the very best, And so today I just want to unpack that. And yeah, but before we do that, I just want a bit of icebreakers. Guys, every time I start, I'm always nervous and I don't know why, but I'm going to be fine. So tell me, what are the things that you think people would be shocked to know about me? And then I'll explain, or I'll start and say what are the things that I think people will be shocked to know about you.
I hate glazing my sister, but she can sing. She is an amazing singer. She's proper. Yes.
You think they'd be shocked to know that I can sing?
Yes, who walks around thinking that?
Voice. I was looking. And I did say this one on my podcast. I could say I think people will be very shocked to know that I can sing and I can dance. Kancane. I can. I can. I can. Ish. Nyana. Or am I?
What can you do? Piano.
I
can dance and you can sing. Okay, why would people be shocked?
I think
to know about me?
They'd be very shocked to know that you are a freaking good cook. I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. And also another thing that'd be shocked to know about you, bruh, this girl will romanticize everything. Umuntu akakashayino 7 already there's lip gloss on her lips. Eyes under her eye bags. She's smelling like perfume. I don't understand how you do it, but literally she'll romanticize everything. She'll eat her eggs with a fork and knife. You know what? I love that for her.
Period.
I think another thing that'd be shocked to know about the both of us is that we can actually make fire, like from scratch. Like as in like siyo kapa inguni, we take
it's
the coal.
It's such a random fact, but
it's true.
It's so true. Like
I guess so girl.
Never. To start from.
I'm so happy that era is over, bro. I'm not gonna even lie to you, but in any case, they'd be shocked to know. Okay, so let us transition and talk about the deeper conversation. Like I mentioned to you guys, we are going to be talking about our background. So what I wrote here is that the idea isn't to dwell on sadness, but to acknowledge where we come from and how it shaped us, right? So, as a normal and typical, how can I say it? I think first and foremost, I want to touch on the fact that we have an absent father. We have vivid memories of him in the 2 years or 2 months that he's been in our lives. The vivid memories aren't one of the best. And we were really brought up in very, very humble beginnings, very, very humble settings. So I'll just want to start off with the absence of our father. While Mina Arocha Uguti, maybe let me start with you. How do you feel about it? How has it impacted you?
Like my sister said, they knew our dad like for about maybe a quarter of your life, right? And I never knew my dad. I never lived with him. I've never been like more than a day with him. I don't know what's going on. So with me, it was something that I wanted, not something that I needed, because mom played both roles so beautifully. Like she was the dad, she was the mom. So I didn't know. For me, it was like I can't miss something that I never had.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Seeing my friends at school with their dads, Father's Day, bring your father to school day, and also we survived off of one paycheck. I think that was the worst part of it all. Like everyone's like, I'm gonna go ask my dad, we're gonna go out, and I'm just like, I'm scared to ask my mom because it's one paycheck versus 4 children. So I think for me it was a want, not a need, because of how beautifully mom played both roles. But how his absence affected my personal life, I had major, and still do, I'm working on it, but trust issues, because he would call back then and be like, I'm coming to see you guys, I'm gonna send you money, what and then when it comes to trusting men that are coming into my life, I'm just like, can I really actually trust you? Are you going to fulfill the promise that you made? And I seeked a lot of validation from men, because I didn't know what it felt like, to have validation from a parent that's a male. So it was tough. And every man that came into my life, I felt like they had to play a specific role, not the role that they were intended to play, like a friend or a boyfriend. It always had to be like, you had to give me something, because I never got that. But now I'm just, like I said, mom played both roles beautifully. Something that I want, not something that I needed. Yeah.
I think you're absolutely right, and I can resonate with everything you're saying. For me personally, the absence of our father, what has been the hardest part about it is that society really thinks it's something that you can just, it's just like a hurdle. When you jump hurdles, it's like, bruh, it's normal. we've normalized the
And it
fact
shouldn't
that
be normalized.
we've normalized the fact that we have absent fathers. We've normalized the fact that just deal with it, move on with it. It would be so nice to have a father. For me, it really also impacted me, especially within my teenage years, because man, I also used to seek for validation in spaces and in places that I shouldn't, whether it be friendship, whether it be my, boyfriends, whether it be putting so much pressure on them to make me happy and to love
Exactly
me,
what I was trying to say.
all these things. So yeah, for me, I think it's not normal, guys, to not have a father.
So like, why have we normalized absent?
Why are we normalizing it? And why are our genes like, I think another hard part is that people who don't know the struggle of not having a father or have stepdads and whatnot, they don't want to hear it when you go through things. And they're the first to judge when you find yourself in situations that trigger you because of the fact that you didn't have a father. When you act out of character and you didn't have a father figure, they're the first to be like, and then Lorna, So I think for me, the hardest part was to deal with the fact that I must just deal with it.
I also think for you and our other siblings, it was a bit deeper because you experienced him for certain years of your life. And I'm sure that was not the picture of a father that
Not
you
at all.
expected. Like, is
Not at
this
all.
what it's supposed to be like? Guys, I don't know what it's like to have a present father. Like, I don't know that feeling. My siblings have some sort of a taste of what it tastes like, and I'm sure your version is just like,
no,
it's not
the version of our father that we have. Both myself and my brother. I have an older brother, but we don't share the same father. So
That's
think
a good point.
Yeah, predominantly it's myself and my younger brother who've experienced my father in an intense way, though he was there for a short while, but just for the sake of not dwelling into the details. But he was quite abusive. Thank God it's not sexual, not to say that any other abuse is, it's not deep and it's not hurtful. But just for me personally, he did everything else except that. It was emotional.
He was
verbal,
everything except
he was everything but
a
dad.
Guys, I'm not even gonna let my sister sugarcoat it. He was abusive. Like, that's how it is.
And I think for us, it was much worse because now when you're thrusted into, teenagehood and you've got a mom who's trying to balance everything, she wasn't able to be her best self. So now you're learning yourself through other people and you're clinging on to people who, feel like they're filling the void. I know, Shim, it was tough.
I think my trauma from that came by proximity because I was around. My trauma is definitely proximity and the residue that I had to deal with because I was my mom's last born. So I'm sure now I should go say, straight. So I just had to deal with the residues from my siblings because they were also quite mad. My siblings experienced so much trauma, they were mad. Can you just imagine my mom? If my siblings can be so mad and feel that way about how my father cheated, can you just imagine my mom? So then when you go into teenagehood, like, no one is there for you. Just have to figure it out and you have to find it was bad.
Yeah, I think funny enough, with everything we've mentioned, the hardest part is the fact that this is such a nonchalant topic. It's like who else? Oh, now we're 40, and there's such a widespread assumption that there is no significant impact. Hi, guys.
It should be a taboo not to have a dad.
Exactly.
It should be a bad
The fact
thing.
that we are clapping hands for present fathers. Hi, guys.
Kanti, is that not the minimum?
Not the purpose, guys. So I think it's a topic for another day. I'm hoping that I can, excuse me, I'm hoping I can get people on this platform who can actually shed light on this topic. But yeah, man, we just wanted to touch on this and share a bit of it with you guys because yeah, we want you guys to know, Guti, if you have, experienced something like this, you're not the only one, but I can tell you that you can rise above it and you can learn from it, So yeah, man.
And change it. When you get into relationships, make sure that that guy is the father of your kids and he will pick carefully.
Guys, just do what you gotta do to. Please. If you know, Kore, you're not sure about the guy, and Kore, man,
But also, it's like this topic is very because they switch up like this, just like Papa and I. He switched up like this. Mama didn't know. So we can't really say you must be careful because
I think,
hey, man.
yeah, the the conversation mustn't be directed at women solely. It must actually be more directed. Majority of this conversation is directed at the gents. Listen, I even just off topic a bit, I even saw a reel on Instagram. So the reel is saying, Oguti, there's a significant decline in women getting pregnant. Oh, I'm so happy for us, guys. We are prioritizing ourselves. So apparently, I'm sorry if I'm getting the stats wrong, but women in South Africa used to have like 3 children. Now it's dropped to 2.
It's 3? Dropped to 2. Are you sure it's not 6?
Apparently it was 3 in like when 2016, something like that.
Oh, guys, shocking fact. She's a mother of a 10-year-old. Can you believe it? She's a mother of a 10. It's a decade. What the hell?
Hey, guys, you know what? I'm a whole
what
mom.
Imagine.
Even today, I'm just like, I'm a whole mother.
But yeah, as you're saying, women are definitely. I realize.
I realize that. Even now, I'm thinking, is okay. Yes.
No, I think no. One more.
We'll see though. We'll see. I'm not promising anything, but we'll see. Okay. So yeah, man, I just want to close off by saying, we
started off very strong. We started off dead, absent.
Listen, we're hitting the ground running.
Very strong, but yeah.
So I want to jump onto humble beginnings, right? So we weren't born rich, but we were not destitute either. You know, we didn't live in a shack or anything like that. No, not at all. I think why we say we were not born rich is because, like my sister said, to her point, my mom had to juggle 4 kids. Ali one. Like I have 1 kid and I'm just like, you know, so I can imagine like 4 children. And it was tough because certain things we had to exclude ourselves from it. Like what my sister said, Lina, you know, there's certain things that she's done at her age that I'm only starting to do now. I had to just understand, Uguti, I can't go here, I can't get this. We never really had, I don't know, man. Materialistic things were...
Yeah, no, materialistic. That umama nkazmulo unesinko. Ngicela ukuthi hambe lisinko uyolala mina ngicela ukuthi uphume kimi.
No, it's
in my experience. Like I think my siblings, I can't really speak for them, but with you guys it was much easier for you guys because you know you went to girls' high, so it wasn't like as flashy as my time is. Like my time, it's materialistic. It's like if you don't have money, it's chai, you get excluded from spaces. It's the reality of it. So with me, we definitely had humble beginnings, most especially for the fact that my mom put me in a private school. Yeah, mom, I went to a private school, and that was very hard for me because I was put in spaces where like people's parents, not parent, parents were doing so well. But for me, I never ever took it as intimidation. I took it as motivation. I was like, I will get there and I will get there one day. And I'm so happy that these people are experiencing these things because my time is coming. And just a disclaimer, we are much better now.
No, Kasham. No, we're not the same. Please don't even look at us and think, oh, shame. We don't need your pity. No, we're all good.
We're good. It's just that like now we're reflecting on how those situations have made us. For me personally, it has made me strong, tough. I actually don't have FOMO. I think I have phobia, fear of being included, because of how many spaces that I wasn't able to go to. There would be a big event, ne? Mama, no. What can you do? You say. And then most of the time it was because we didn't have money to go. Mama gradually got less stricter, but it was because there was no money to go to that event. So you would just have to sit, the next day, pay the event, and you move on with life. I think that's the funniest part about it is that life goes on. That events that you want to go to one day thing, and everybody comes
a better
back.
Events.
Everybody comes back the next day. You go to school, you go to work, and I definitely developed a phobia, fear of being included, because I realized especially when I had to go to an event and I knew my mom's answer is I was like, I'm forcing. So that's a sign, you know.
I think for us, with you, because I feel like you're still quite young, I think for us, we were grateful for the fact that, like I mentioned earlier, we're not destitute. We had shelter, we had food, we had uniform.
We had what we needed to live.
We had what we needed, and we still have what we need because of Uma, you know. And so for me, it's more now having to detach myself from survival mode and know that things are much better, you know. It does toy with your psyche sometimes, because when good things, you know, come to you, you just like, you're so used to this friction of yo man, just to,
Guys,
you
my
know,
sister
get
will get paid now. She'll take a her whole salary and she'll put it into her savings. And then I'm like, I say, hi, 30 days. Nigga, you just got paid.
trauma.
Yeah, that's exactly the point that she was trying to make.
Like, you're so right. I would literally, she's the one actually who made me realize, Uguti, what are you doing? I would literally take my, or not the whole of it, but I would take the majority of it, so that there's something in my bank account, because there was a point.
No, but I think, but obviously we're not going to get into it, but the reason why you do that is very much justifiable. Besides the humble beginnings, your own personal experiences definitely justify why you do that. But at the same time, girl,
hey,
it comes once. Hey?
No. But yeah, man, I think I'm so proud of us, because I look at my younger brother, I look at you, I look at myself, and we are learning how to detach from survival mode. You know, we're not saying go to ama event where the things that are making us feel this way. No. My sister's just making an example of Uguti, the typical group around her. You know, certain things they could do it without any stress. With us, we had to just understand that aganayo and just exclude yourself. And so I'm grateful to God, Uguti, we are in a much better space.
But how did that shape you, like coming from such humble beginnings, especially in the world that we are in right now? What person has it made you today?
I think for me, I'm still kind of unpacking myself. I'm still learning myself. But one thing I can tell you is that I'm much closer to God. You know, I think my relationship with God has solidified a lot because of certain things that I've experienced in my life. And yeah, I think I'll just end it at that. What about you?
It has made me a lot closer with you guys, because like I said, when you couldn't go out with your friends or include yourself in these spaces, all you had was your family. Me and you would literally sit and just listen to music. Somebody was saying, I'm a chiefs God, even now it definitely made us closer to God. It has made me grateful. I am even grateful for any money that comes into my account, because there was a point, you know. So definitely so grateful, definitely closer to family, closer to God, because like I said, God and family were the only people or spaces that you could go to when, you know. So yeah, definitely come from humble beginnings, but things right now,
I know some things right now are, you know, they're not
grateful.
where we want them to be, but speak things into existence. Things are great. Things are abundant. Things are, you know, are amazing.
They're not where they want to be, but I don't think you ever get to that stage, hey? You don't ever get to a place where you want to be. You always just keep going.
That's so true, because once you get to the point where it was in your head, now there's the next and the next and the next. So I mean, I'm grateful in whatever space I'm in at the moment. I think another thing that I want to just, you know, shed light on, I think the most painful part about this was, remember that one Christmas we it was so bad. Like, hi, well, guys, we really do come from humble beginnings. Like, there was nothing in the fridge. It was bad. It was really, really bad. And so, no, man, it wasn't Christmas. It was
Christmas.
No, it wasn't 16. It wasn't Christmas, because Christmas we're always with the family.
Wasn't it Christmas?
Mm-mm.
It was between the 16th or Christmas, but I remember. But yeah, no, that is a beautiful example. And can you just imagine, you're on your phone, you're seeing statuses now. People are with their people. You can't even go to those people, because uzofika nani.
And funny enough, I go to people didn't invite us. People like, oh, there is, you know, friends, family. It's just that you can't come with Santa, like my sister said. Like, you need to come with something. We had
zeros
kuyabona ukolotisa kumkhozi othengisha amaveji ukuthi sizokubhadala hayibo mara guys, you know. So hear me when I say you will get through anything.
And now we are making trips this December.
Now we are good.
My brother is currently in Singapore.
Imagine.
My
I think
sister
after this
is planning something for her birthday right now. My mom wants us to go out and leave them alone. She wants us to, my mom, because I'm so like the person that I'm the most happiest for these blessings is mom. Yo.
Yeah, same. Same. And may they continue. May they
That's
continue.
the
May she live
person that
so long. May
Kosiam.
they continue.
And
Honestly.
more is coming.
Definitely. Okay.
That Christmas. What was that?
And I'm just like,
Aiko.
friendship breakups. Friendship.
Camera zooms in slowly.
Please zoom the camera on her because I think she has more to say about that topic than I do. Mine is nice and short, so I'll start. I don't have friendship breakups. I think what I do have are just when you grow apart from people because of priorities. Like my sister said, I am a mom and I became a mom at a very young age. And I'm blessed to have friends who, they never judged. They were there, they understood the situation. And even to this day, they're still the sweetest. However, we have grown apart and that was very uncomfortable because when they would sit and talk about like boys and all these things that I won't really mention, I was there talking about mailing patali school fees, mailing solum, So for me, it was more because of my priorities. I kind of had to be alone and really put myself in order. But now that things are okay and we're all almost around the same, we're aligned with our priorities. We're coming back together slowly but surely. So yeah, let's take it to my sister. Hi, Sisi Shamwana.
I take the cap now.
No. Without mentioning any names because
but
if the shoe fits, they can wear it. But hey,
Cinderella.
What happened, girl?
What's your question pertaining to friendship breakups? Like
okay.
What?
So, has it been easy for you to make quality friendships? Let's start there.
No. It hasn't been easy because I feel like I'm not big on big friendship groups or what. So it hasn't, I'm going to just like make it a one person thing. I haven't made a quality friendship. I do have friends and people that I do call friends, but not people who align with me as yet. Because my definition of a quality friendship is a person who doesn't measure me by the things that I have. It's not conditional. It's just pure, genuine friendship. And with all my friendships, but I think we have to give me a little bit of grace. I was in high school. I still have my whole life to live. My friendship breakups happened in high school. One recently happened this year. But like, I still feel like I'm going to find them. But right now, no. Every single friendship, they just had to be something. And it's gotten to a point where it's just like, I'm cool off for friends. Like for now. Until I can also figure myself out and answer that question flawlessly, then I'm cool for friendships. No, thank you.
I think for me, what I can tell you in Kazimolo is Oguti, you are going to get your tribe, your soul tribe. Actually, I had made a podcast about that a while back about about finding your soul tribe, right? Finding people who, man, I go into spaces sometimes and there are people where you can feel, man, go to this person is welcoming you, like they're embracing you. And then there are some spaces where you can feel that this person,
your discernment literally,
this person does not want you. This person really just, you aggravate whatever is within them. And vice versa, I don't like everyone that I meet. So I genuinely don't. There's just certain people where I'm like, no, from a distance, I'm cool with you. I feel like it's really important to find your soul tribe, and you will. And one thing that I'll advise for you is that be your most authentic self. If you feel like you get into a space and you need to pull a front and there needs to be this facade or mirage or hopefully I'm saying correctly, but if you need to pull like a facade or a front for people, those are not your soul tribes. Like you need to be okay being yourself and you need to be able to really speak your mind. Speak your mind. And one other thing is that friends will put you in order gracefully, lovingly, not embarrass you, not do it publicly, not, friends will also not make you disrespect people you love with your friends. Right, Nina? This one, I'm not gonna even talk too much, but we've been through a lot with this one. Yeah, we've been through a lot with this one. So if your friends are gonna make you disrespect your mother, your those are not your friends. If your friends are going to put you in spaces where you come out the next morning, you're like, what the hell was I doing? Those are not your friends, guys. Those are not your friends. Friends are supposed to really propel you into the right direction.
Which is why I'm saying that, like, I think with me, it definitely grace is needed for putting myself in those spaces, because I didn't know. Now I know. Okay, this is the definition of a friend, and we need to stop throwing the friendship word so
loosely
and carelessly, guys. A friend
is
is something.
Friend is a friend indeed.
A friend is a
friend
indeed.
A friend is not an acquaintance. Yes. Not we also do have people who are good to us, but they're just good to us, not a friend.
Exactly.
A friend has substance. There's this depth in a friend, man. A friend is someone that you can call at 3 a.m. and just say, bro, pray with me. Or, I really effed up here. Help me out. So if that's not the kind of person, I was listening to some sermon when they were saying, if you can't go through your phone and say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5 people I can absolutely rely on and trust, whether I go broke, whether there's something that's happening, then you need to put yourself out there, and you need to reevaluate your life. You need community, you need friendship,
but also this is no hate to like anyone that I've like had friendship breakups with, because at a certain point you were my sister. I loved you, I introduced you to my family, we did everything together. You're just like, I'm not hearing this at all. But at a certain point, I loved you, and I am the person that I am today because of those situations that I went through. Now I know better.
I hope so. All right. So, which one do you think hurts more? Right? Is it a friendship breakup, or is it like a relationship breakup?
Friendship.
I beg to differ.
Don't get me wrong, guys.
Even now, after 3 years.
Don't get me wrong. Relationship heartbreak, I think that's a whole podcast on its own. Like another 1 hour episode on its own. To this day. But why I'm saying that friendship breakups hurt more, because when you go into friendships, you don't expect them to end. You don't expect the disappointment that you get from friends. At a certain point, I just have to.
You can see it coming. You can see it coming.
With relationships, there's a certain thing where we say, okay, let me just make space for disappointments. With me, I think I also need to change that. I never make room for disappointment, because if I call you my friend, there's no room for that. And I'm not saying disappointment as in we're going to fight. Obviously, we're going to fight and we're going to sort it, but betrayal. You don't make room or space for betrayal in friendships.
No, you
don't. It comes as a shock. So, which is why
we're wrong for that, hey? We're wrong for that, because people will disappoint you.
Yeah.
We're wrong for that. But I think I understand you, because there's something called betrayal, as in, bruh, this hurts.
Like, how
there's something there's certain things that you don't expect me as your sister to do to you. Likewise with a friend. There's just certain things where you're just like, that's below the belt, bruh. So I understand you, but also I think we need to get to a point where we give our friends grace. I'm not saying tolerate BS. I'm saying, Guti, there needs to be grace. In and as much as we give grace to our boyfriends and girlfriends, we need to give grace to our friends. But I'm not invalidating. Nor am I saying, Guti, let us, be okay with certain BS. No. But let's give each other grace, guys. We're gonna F up even in friendships. We are.
I'm saying, Guti, like friendships, there's gonna be hurdles in every type of relationship that you're in, family, platonically, whatever, but you just don't expect it. And you never ever say you welcome someone in your space and call them your friend for them to betray you. Like I'm saying again, I'm reiterating the fact that with relationships, at the back of your mind, there's going to come a point where this person is going to hurt me, and I'm just going to have to accept it. With the friendship, you hold them to such a high standard in your life.
Like you said, the bar, like, okay, this is the bar. But, remember Jabulo? He actually told me, Oguti, he's going to therapy and stuff. Hopefully, they don't know which Jabulo I'm talking about, but if he watches this, he'll know that I'm talking about him. He told me something so profound. He was like, he went to therapy, and they told him, Oguti, the reason why he is hurting so much and mourning his previous friendships is because he wrote a contract and put them on a pedestal in his own heart, and they didn't know. It's unfair for us. You can't, let me just say, Uzama or Utapelo, whoever. You have put Utapelo or Uzama it's such a high, pedestal. And when they break your heart, they didn't know that was your expectation of them. Hence, I'm saying, there's certain things that I can't put you in a box and say, okay, if Unkazimolo does this, hey, like she's no longer my friend, or she's no longer. Yes, guys, there are non-negotiables. There are things where I'm just like, no,
things where you're like,
get the hell out. But there are things where you're like, no, I need to be gracious. But I think we're not going to finish with this. All I'm saying is just be more gracious, guys. The more we grow, there's another thing. Good people they're not easy to find. It's rare to genuinely find a good person. But that good person is also flawed. Jengawe, you are flawed too. So give people grace. I'm saying to you that if your friend did something and it didn't sit well with you, be an adult enough to confront it. However, just know, okay, if it's repeated like the second time, okay, be discerning, but be gracious.
But with that also, guys, if you're going through a friendship breakup or you want to end things with your friend or whatever, don't hold any animosity. And also remember, forgiveness does not require reconciliation. With me, I have forgiven everyone in the past who has hurt
from
me,
a distance.
but you are never going to hear
access
a word
denied, guys.
Never going again to hear something, because I have forgiven you,
both in friendship and relationships.
But most importantly, forgive yourself for putting yourself in that situation, because you didn't know it happened. But forgiveness does not require reconciliation. That person did you dirty for a reason, and you guys no more friends. And that's just that. Stop holding on. Like my sister said, there's good people. They're very hard to find, but you will find your tribe. You will find your people. You will find that person who has the long I'm phonella right now, and it's going to get sorted right now. So yeah, that's just my take.
I love that.
Nothing beats relationship heartbreak. I'm sorry. Never mind. I retract my
statement. But for the boys,
I retract my statement.
You know what? Anyway,
we need to actually do another one about that.
Yeah, people. We definitely will. Okay, just to conclude, because I do have another one. What does healing mean to you? Can I answer?
Yes, please.
Healing for me means actually answer.
No, you answer.
Okay, so
no, you hang up.
So for me, I think it's really important to understand that healing is a journey. Like, I have healed so much and still have to heal so much. The more I heal, the more I need to heal. If that makes sense. The more I heal, the more I need to heal. I'm just like, Shuguti, there's no like I've reached my destination here. It's more I'm becoming better here. So for me, I am going to do this healing thing for the rest of my life. I am. I'm going to do this healing thing for the rest of my life, because we have a long life and there are certain things that you're going to have to heal from, whether minute, whether major, you are going to heal for the rest of your life.
But it's also never with the same intensity
as before.
Yeah.
100%. Oh, I love that.
Clock it.
Okay, what does healing mean to you?
Healing is not linear. Just like to summarize, as she said, it's not linear. It's an everyday battle between you, your mind, your heart, your physical. Healing can affect you physically so bad. There was a time I missed my period because of stress, because of feeling so sad, because I missed my period. Healing is like this, but when you finally get the grasp of it and realize, being ready is not something that's just it's not an epiphany, it's a choice. You get ready, it's a choice to snap out of it.
It's a choice.
You can decide right now. As much as you may feel sad,
that's a good point.
But it's a choice. You can't sit around and wait forever to feel okay. It's not just gonna come to you like a wind. It's a choice to get up, to get ready, and get yourself out of that space. And healing doesn't have to be negative. The most important thing with healing is that you have to sit in it, though. Before you start moving forward, you have to sit in it. You have to feel the pain. You have to be angry. You have to shut everyone off. Isolation. Look at yourself in the mirror. I'm going through this, but I am going to get over it. And that's the most liberating feeling after you've gotten over it. Right now, for me, healing, I'm still quite relatively young. I'm in my first year, but I have been through quite a bit for my age. But I'm not over it, over all those situations, but I'm not under it as well. I'm moving forward. I'm somewhere in between, and they are bad days, but the good days, they're good, and appreciate them. Guys, we need to stop dwelling. I think that's one thing. When I vented to your mom, she was just like, girl,
stop it.
Move, sissy, move. You have to.
I love what you said, guys. A good say, healing is a choice. Really, it is. You can choose to hold a grudge. I think I have. There was a point in time where I just chose to be angry at this guy. There's this one specific guy where I think even now, when I think about him, I'm still like, it's not even my baby daddy. You know, there's certain things where I think I'm going to share it one day. I have to. I will when I'm ready. When I can handle whatever comes with it. But there's one guy where I was like, yeah. Yeah. So I think for me, I'm not saying that healing is easy. But I think when I made a choice to say, you know what, I'm no longer giving this guy the power over me, because I'm going to miss out on good people around me, whether it be friendships or even boyfriends or whatever, you know, because of this guy. I had to make the choice just to heal. You know, there was this really controversial saying, you don't heal for them, you heal for you. I get it now. I totally get it now. But I loved when you said it is a choice. I love that. I think we can wrap up by saying, yay, healing is a choice, guys.
And remember, forgive yourself, because guilt is like
uzobonakala
ukuthi lo shawa life shaya impilo guilt,
and the next ilokuthi nje yazini like
yes, yeah. But healing is also very important, guys. Like, just feel it. The only way to get through something, I mean, over in you know, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. But it's to genuinely feel it, sit and face your demons, and the most important part, prayer. God and prayer. That is literally you and your Bible and your knees and the floor, and this is all you have.
Community, church. Pray. I don't agree with your isolation point, but I understand when you actually do need to be alone. Don't be isolated, but to sit and be alone. Even in the word, there's certain instances where God, you know, before he went to the cross, he left the disciples and went to go pray alone because of how hectic, you know, the burden was to die on the cross. But don't you think
isolation, like true, deep, genuine isolation for quite some time, it helps you? You can't be around people if you don't know yourself. Don't you think?
I don't know.
This is actually a good one for people who are watching, who can actually reply. Don't you guys think that isolation is very much needed to see who you are for yourself? Because I feel like when you're always around people, you don't even know who you are.
That's a good question. I think hopefully people will get to this point and answer. Is isolation healthy? Is it something that's really required in the process of healing? Or do you think it's more damaging than it is healthy? Okay, we really do need to wrap up. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I really hope you do watch up until this point. If you haven't subscribed, if you haven't liked, if you haven't shared, now is the time. And I will be back with another banger.
Definitely. And I'm coming back. I know you guys want me back. I'm definitely coming back. Stay fly, stay into it, guys. Oh my gosh. You know, bums out. Okay, bye guys. Bye.